Opaga tabule iye fakalalo. U David kela mo melo inu Solomon. Opaga tabule iye fakalalo. U David kela mo melo inu Solomon. Opaga tabule iye fakalalo.
Hi guys, it's your girl Adara, and today I have a tutorial for you. Well, I've always struggled with knowing whether I want to use a beauty blender or a foundation brush on my face, and I just fluctuate between what I like and what I don't like. So if you want to see the difference between what a beauty blender looks like applying foundation and concealer and what a foundation brush looks like applying foundation. Why are my words getting all jumbled up today? What it looks like using a foundation brush and a beauty blender for your concealer and foundation. Stay tuned. So I did one side of my face with the beauty blender and the other side with the foundation brush. Can you guys guess which was which? Was this side foundation or beauty blender, or was this side foundation or beauty blender? So before you continue watching this video, pause, stop, and comment in the section below and tell me which side you think it is, the left or the right. Okay, now for the answer. Well, this side was makeup brushes and this side was beauty blender. So like I said earlier in the video, we're going to be comparing the beauty blender to brushes. I'm going to do this side with the beauty blender and this side with the makeup brushes, and then we could compare and see which gives a better finish or a more flawless finish when it comes to applying foundation and concealer. Let's get to it. Okay, so my hair is all back and we're ready for action. I got a little bit more up close and personal so we can actually see the full result and the kind of finish each tool gives. For those of you who don't know how to use beauty blenders, there's a couple of steps you have to take ahead of time, and unfortunately I already did those. So I'm just gonna tell you what you have to do before you can even begin to use your beauty blender. First of all, you can't use your beauty blender dry. When it comes in its package, this is the Love&beauty beauty blender. I was going to get the actual beauty blender brand, but I'm in Nigeria right now and I don't know where to find it. So if any of you know where I could buy the beauty blender brand in Lagos, comment down below and tell me. Beauty blender, you always want to use it wet. You can't even use it dry because it will just come out wrong. So you first of all want to drop it in a bowl of water and just squeeze it to let the water go in, and it was like this big before, but when you put it in the water it swells up. So when it swells up, it should become much softer, and then after you see it's grown in size and it's visibly softer, you can use a towel or whatever and just squeeze it dry. So you want this to be damp, not wet, not soaking water. See, nothing is coming out. After you've done that, your beauty blender is ready to go. Okay, so I was actually going to start with the beauty blender, but I always use a brush, so I want to just start off with the brush because I'm already but I already kind of remember the outcome that I'm gonna get. Whereas the beauty blender, I haven't used it in a while because I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. It's 1 second I think it's way better than the brush, and then I stop using my brush completely, and then later I just get tired of it and I feel like the brush gives me better application. So let's see which I'm gonna fall in love with today. So yeah, I'm very sure most of you already know how to use a brush. There's really no technique. You can either like dab it. I always laugh anytime I say dab. I don't know why. I either dab it or I can just go in circular motions. When I dab it, it's when I really want a full thick coverage. But like if I go in circular motions, it kind of like makes it lighter. But I think I should dab it because with the beauty blender, I'm gonna have to dab it regardless. So just to get an even look. So one of my issues with the brushes, I don't know if it's maybe I just don't know how to use brushes, but I always get like brush strokes, if that makes sense. Like I just don't feel it gives me a really flawless finish with my foundation. But I usually don't use a lot of foundation, but it's just for the purpose of this video because I use more concealer than I do foundation. I just like to go in with a like fluffy powder brush and just blend that out to get rid of any harsh lines or marks that might have been made. Now to start with the beauty blender, and I think I'm getting kind of, you know, dark for my foundation, be it that I'm in Nigeria and it's sunny, but I don't think it's too bad. Like, I don't think the difference is a lot because my body is lighter than my face, so it kind of matches out. I know some people like to put the foundation directly on the beauty blender because, like I said before, it saves product, but this is the Love and Beauty or Forever 21 brand, so it's not as good as the actual beauty blender brand, so it just sucks up the foundation, so I don't want that. So yeah, also another thing you can do, some people spray their setting spray on the beauty blender before they do that, but it's not necessary because it's already damp, so I just think it's to make it unnecessarily wet. Now with the beauty blender, when you're dabbing, you're meant to kind of like go and then twist it, kind of. I can't remember what I read, but I think it said it does something like a 360 application or something like that. I might be saying complete rubbish, but you know. Now also the beauty blender does kind of share out your foundation, like it doesn't make it as thick, so that could be a pro or a con depending on the kind of look you're going for. But as you can see, I feel like right now the beauty blender side is drier, this side is kind of glossy. Like I feel like the beauty blender mats it out, but the brush just, I don't know. You see, the beauty blender side is like more smooth, while the brush side I had to go in with the powder brush just to smooth it out. Just blend the harsh line. So what do you guys think? I feel like this side has a more flawless look. I don't know if you can see it or if the camera is picking it up, but here it's kind of shiny. And this side the brush leaves it more dewy, and I feel the beauty blender just mats it out. If you see, like it looks more airbrushed and this just looks shiny, and I think I might be falling in love with my beauty blender again. Now we're gonna conceal. So just like I did before, I'm starting with the brush side for my concealer. I'm not really using any eyeliners or anything today because I'm just trying to focus mainly on the foundation and concealer. Now with a beauty blender, you want to use the pointy side for like a concealer under your eye because it just makes the application easier, because I think that's the point of this pointy side, to get in the corners, you know. Okay, so remember, dab and twist.
Dab and twist, dab and twist.
See, now I'm in love with the beauty blender again. This side just looks more like airbrushed. Pardon my mustache, by the way. Please just ignore it throughout this video. Ignore my mustache. I'm just going to get myself sorted out sooner or later. But for now, just ignore my mustache. It's more airbrush. You can still see the color of the concealer. So I actually do think this wastes less product than the brush, because here just looks, I don't know, ashy and weird, but this just side looks better. Do you see it? You see what I'm talking about? This side and this side. Like, I think you can see the like the actual highlights with the do you call it highlighting? Yeah, the actual highlights with the concealer more with the beauty blender than the side with the brush. Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use the beauty blender to highlight the rest of my face. So we've come to the end of this video. I just went ahead and contoured and highlighted and put lipstick on and did my lashes. I have a tutorial for how to apply false lashes coming, so stay tuned for that. I filmed that today. It's going to be the same outfit and the same background and the same everything, so you know. And I actually do see a slight difference if you guys don't. This side just looks more airbrushed and more like nice and flawless, and this side I feel like you even see the line. This side just looks bare, it looks all one color, and like here just looks slightly, like if you can see, my bags are more visible on this side than they are here. So I feel like the beauty blender actually does give you a more airbrushed, a more flawless finish than the makeup brushes. And this side just looks oily, and I don't know, this side of my face looks way better than this side, and I'm not sure if you guys can tell the difference, but I do. So I guess it's up to you to decide which you prefer, a beauty blender or a makeup brush. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, to tell your friends about my videos, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Yeah, subscribe. Just pause now and like just subscribe. Okay. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I love you.